Starbane's Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
aka Two Fine Fellows, No Saul Bellows,
aka Pandy Pods, Zoo Dad, Super Dogs, Garvey Floor Wax, the Pantheon grows. Hashtag Sklar Broku. That is James Scragman. I think that was a haiku.
I think it was a haiku.
The Scraggers!
Scraggers in the house.
Thanks for delivering, Scraggers. We love you guys. Happy to be doing this for you, as we indicated yesterday, and we'll talk more about it at the end of the week and into next week. We're going to talk about what's going to happen with this daily pod and the Pandy Pods, as it were. I think like the pandemic itself is kind of coming to an end, and we'll kind of talk about what the next phase of what we're going to do is.
We've loved bringing this content to you, and we are not going to stop creating stuff for you guys. So it'll take a new iteration, and we're excited to tell you all about that as we solidify that. But in the meantime, we got a story. Let's get into it today, Randy.
As we've established over and over again, flying has become more dangerous. How many stories have we had about just insanity on a plane, at a Spirit Airlines counter? You don't...
Snakes on a plane.
Not because being trapped in a metal tube going 650 miles per hour, 35,000 feet above the ground. That's not the reason it's scary.
No, it's
crazy.
Because of the crazy behavior of inappropriate passengers that life is scary.
Punching out flight attendants who are just asking people to put their trays up. It's no longer even putting a mask on. It's like punching people out.
God forbid they should ask someone to put a mask on.
Right? The level of decorum and common decency has gone out the window completely, or been sucked out the window like John Lithgow and a ghost gibbon on the wing of every plane that flies right now.
That concept, that image is still terrifying to me. And every time I'm on a night flight,
You look
when
at
I
the
open
plane,
out the
is
thing,
there
I
gonna be a
expect
gibbon?
to see it.
Is there going to be a gibbon?
I expect to see that. It's not a gibbon. It was like a terrifying
Whatever
monster.
it was. I feel like flying today is like going to an Eagles game. You could see the most innocent person around you just get pummeled by D batteries. That could happen on any flight.
For no reason.
You should expect at least one person to get hit with the butt of a laptop. You know what I mean? Just jacked in the face.
One 12-year-old girl to get puked on.
That's right. Your coat is going to get bled on by a flight attendant. Do you understand that? This is what you risk by going onto a plane right now.
You're entering the terror dome when you go into these
A flight attendant
flights.
who, quote unquote, didn't bring the right snacks.
Ugh.
Expect shit to go sideways before the first mimosa gets served is all I'm saying. And why?
Why? For what
Why
reason?
is it getting so bad right now? Okay? Look who dictated the discourse the last 4+ years and is still dictating it to millions of people. Trump and his disciples, the My Pillow guy, Trump, Bannon, all those people.
Flying on a plane is like going to brunch with Steven Seagal.
Someone going to get kicked in the face.
And it might be you.
It might even be him. So they don't accept anything that they're told to do. That's the thing right now.
Rules don't apply to me anymore. It's a new
Gonna
phrase.
tell me what to do with my tray? How about
my
I
life, my freedoms. You're
How
going to take
about
my
I-
freedoms away?
How about I knock your front teeth out, lady? No, she is telling you what you have to do. Just do it. Just follow
You
the
give
rules.
up some of your freedoms to make it somewhere safely.
Right.
Freedoms, you leave them at baggage. You checked your freedoms a little bit at the door, all right?
So that's-
You pick them up, claim them when you go get your suitcase, all right?
And just so you can get there quickly. It's a couple hours of your life. Just relax. Just follow the rules so everybody can be happy. So that's what's happening in the main cabin of flights these days. And I guess I'm just used to it. Like, this is
Deal
what
with
it is. Okay.
This is the new normal.
But because we're all starting to travel a lot more, and Memorial Day was one of the
Insane.
most heavy travel days.
We're sitting
at
here
all.
waiting to see what the results of that were.
Now that the smart people in this world are getting vaxxed, they're like, I'm going to go see my parents. So people are seeing their relatives for the first time. They're going, they're traveling. So get ready for all of this in the main cabin. I'm just letting everybody know. But what's happening in the cockpit?
I don't want to know.
Do you know what I'm
don't
saying?
want to know.
It's funny I should bring that up because this next story gives you a glimpse. And maybe, like Jay said, you don't want to see that glimpse.
Here we go.
Former Southwest Airlines pilot, Michael Hack.
Hack. He's a hack.
He's a hack. 60 was sentenced to 1 year of probation last week, pleading guilty to committing a lewd, indecent, or obscene act during a flight that he was piloting last summer, according to a news release from U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Maryland. Committing a lewd act in the cockpit. He was literally turning it into a cockpit.
That's all he could do.
Put up your tray tables and brace yourselves, folks, because here we go. According to a release,
Full release,
as part of the plea agreement, Hack, who was captain of a Southwest Airlines flight flying from Philly to Philadelphia to Orlando, on August 10th, 2020, admitted once the plane reached cruising altitude, he got out of the pilot seat, undressed, and viewed pornographic media on a laptop computer while still in the cockpit.
Undressed.
Why?
You don't have to get totally naked. That's like taking your pants all the way down to the floor when you're peeing.
You don't need to. Is this how he watches porn? By completely undressing?
This is how he pees. He takes his shirt off, puts his pants on the floor. That's how he pees at a urinal.
You couldn't wait to get to a hotel to do this?
Oh, my God.
This guy must need his porn.
Philly to Orlando. What is that? It's like a 2-hour flight.
Right. It's not Philly to Brisbane. Come on, bro.
Jeez.
You can't go without porn for 2 hours. You had to get on. Look, again, there's so many
into
ways.
the bathroom.
Right. His cruising altitude starts when he can basically flip on the autopilot, apparently.
Jeez.
During this time, Hack also engaged in inappropriate conduct while a female first officer whom he'd never met before the flight continued her flight duties, according to the release. Wait, what?
The full release.
The full release. Whom he'd never met before. Aren't you supposed to meet the people when they come on?
No, I mean, it's a new crew member. I understand that. All crew members don't fly together all the time.
So what you're saying is if
she's now got to walk around you being naked and pretend it's not happening. It's like playing hide and seek with a 7-year-old. I see you. Your eyes are closed, so I'm supposed to pretend that you're not there. Maybe a 4-year-old.
So here's the thing. So I think this is what they're saying is like the other flight attendants know that when the door is locked, you don't go in when Hawk is in there.
Yeah, when the door is locked, you don't bother the Hawk.
And when the door is locked, don't mess with the Hawk.
Don't
mess with the Hawk. But this is a new person, so she came in to be like, "Do you need anything?" And whoa, French surprise.
Jeez,
he needs to check his instruments, so to speak.
That's right.
Flight crew that's worked with him understands that.
They get it. They
don't bring anything to him while he's quote unquote basically reading diagnostics.
Jeez.
So
he was prosecuted in Maryland.
Yeah, prosecuted in Maryland because the plane on which the incident took place flew over parts of the District of Columbia. So that's how they want to get this guy.
This is a federal crime if you're crossing state lines while you're jerking off.
That's right. You can't jerk it up across state lines. On Friday, the U.S. magistrate...
They're going to get you. In the District of Columbia, they're going to get you with the strictest laws possible.
Fine of $5,000, the release said. In a
full release.
Full release. Yeah, they're gonna get after you. Nobody wants to see that at work.
No one wants to see you try to induct yourself into the Mile High
Even if
Club.
you work for the porn industry, people would be like, "Come on, man, we're on a few minute break. Like, just save it.
God,
save it
it's
for
always
the
work
screen."
with you,
Hack. Federal prosecutor agreed that Hack will not. It's HAAK. That's why we're saying that. Not need to register as a sex offender for his misdemeanor offense. A court memorandum filed. Why? He should have to, right? On some level, or he should have to introduce himself as Captain Wax-a-Lot. Yep. Right? Waxahachie. There you go.
Waxahachie.
Or the jerker in chief. This is how the way you should be able to say it to everybody. I mean,
cockpitter.
That's right. Or if he's not going to have
cockpit Charlie.
If he's not going to have to register as a sex offender, he should have to change his name to Hack the Whack,
or from Hack to Whack.
There you go.
How about that?
Hack the Whack or From Hack to Whack. There you go. From Hack to Whack does sound like a Nickelodeon show, does it not?
It sounds like an old Neil Young song.
From Hack to Whack.
From Hank to Henry.
Just as a nod to his favorite cockpit pastime, Hack to Whack.
Yeah.
Does this happen more than we know? I guess is my question,
yes.
Jay. What do you think? This happened like just I
bet it happens more than we know. And again, this goes back to my thing of like, I don't want to really know what's going on in the cockpit.
So
just
how much turbulence is actual turbulence versus this guy kind of this guy just bringing himself to pleasure, right? I mean, look, I look out the window of a plane most times, and they say there's turbulence. I see nothing.
It's just sun and just like not a cloud in sight. And
Why
then we start
are we
going up
doing
and down
this?
like 20. I'm like, okay.
It's jerking patterns, okay? Mm-hmm. Notice how calm the pilot's voice always is. Like he's just done it. Every time they get on the microphone, they've just jerked off. That's what I think.
Maybe this is what he calls vectoring.
Right? He probably just rubbed one out. He's really loose. He's really calm.
Look out the
collected,
window to
mellow.
the right.
There's zero tension.
Maybe things like the Grand Canyon turn him on.
It's a giant hole in the ground. Mm-hmm. Giant. But again, I think he could wait till you get to the hotel, right? To the Spring Hill Suites before you spring your own Hill Suite in the cockpit. Again, you are on the clock, sir. If you wouldn't do this if you worked at a bank, am I right?
No.
So then don't do it in a plane. Just because you have a door that shuts, nobody is paying you to watch barely legal Catholic girls. That's it.
All right, let's take a break.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to finish up the rest of this crazy-ass story high up in the air.
So high.
We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Follow us on all of our social media platforms at Sklar Brothers, fully spelled out. And we've got some dates coming up this fall. I think we are going to be doing the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in September, and we'll let you know what that schedule is as that comes.
Yes.
But let's get back into this. A man who was caught literally with his pants down. And completely undressed. Why do you need to take your shirt off? That's my question.
That's the part I don't get.
A pilot in the cockpit turning it into a cockpit. I mean, by the way, he's going to Orlando. Is there anything more Florida than this?
No.
He has to be based in Orlando. You know what I mean?
Has to be.
Florida pilot puts flights in unnecessary holding pattern as he, quote unquote, finishes up in the cockpit. There you go.
There you go.
CNN has attempted to reach out to Haak and both lawyers representing him for a comment, but he was not immediately accessible. Because he's working on himself, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Literally. He'll be ready to talk to you in 10 minutes. And I got news for you. He's going to be calm.
Yeah. Don't stroke his ego. He's already done that.
In sentencing memorandum filed by his lawyers last week, they said Haak has accepted responsibility for his conduct and offers no excuses. Yeah, good. Just apologize. But he hoped the court would consider he was a longtime pilot and U.S. Air Force veteran and has led a good life and served our country and raised a family and worked hard. No, you do not get to drag the U.S. Army into this. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sure the Air Force is like, yeah, we don't claim this dumbass.
Yeah.
Led a good life. Based on what? And according to whom? Like, how's there any way to check that, Jay?
Led a good life
check
means
that.
he hasn't been caught.
Yeah, exactly. Why did you have to get undressed? I feel like
Southwest Airlines should make this into a joke. This has to become part of their jokey presentation.
know they have a relaxed policy with regards to flight attendants wearing shorts
and making jokes.
But maybe this is taking it like when there's turbulence on the plane and like the flight attendants on Southwest just throw the snacks down.
Throw a bunch of peanuts down.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good bit. All right.
But maybe
they're throwing it down as a celebration of the pilot busting his nut. I don't know.
These nuts?
He busted his nuts. Mixed nuts for everyone.
These nuts.
Well, let me put my pants back on.
Guys, you look out the window to the right, you'll see these. And I was like, what are these? These nuts.
Throw them down the aisle, mixed nuts. And the pilot says, let me put my shorts back on. I got to land this plane.
Do the pilots wear shorts on
I don't know.
Southwest?
I think they do. They should. I mean, it'd be a lot easier for this guy to get undressed if they were wearing shorts. And that is a show, you guys. That is how we do.
There you go.
Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. Be smart, get vaccinated, get your kids vaccinated. It feels so good to do stuff with people again.
Yes.
We're coming out of this. It's been almost a year and a half.
We fought our way through this with you guys, and this feels really, really cool.
I love it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da-da.